Hello there, my beautiful Taurus friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. All right, everyone, get ready for a transformative energy coming in on the 21st. This is where we are crossing the solstice threshold. This is where the real test begins. And on June the 22nd, we have the planet Venus meeting the moon at dawn. This is where love will be tested. This is where illusions are going to dissolve. And above it all, we've got the Milky Way that is awakening. This is where we're going to be able to see the Milky Way the most clearest in the night sky. And with it is bringing the voices and the echoes of your ancestors. And what they're asking you is, are you ready to rise? Or are you going to repeat? So this is where we're going to find ourselves at a crossroads where we're making a choice, faced with a choice. Okay, so what I wanted to do was to bring you some messages around what it is that Spirit wants to share with you and you need to know, and messages from your ancestors. So let's get into it and see what it is that they're wanting to share. All right, my beautiful Taurus friends, let's call in Spirit and open up your reading. Let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you as you walk into this energy. So we're going to start with a healing message. Spirit called me to use a healing deck for you today. So we are starting with be gentle with yourself, Taurus. As you're moving through this energy, they want you to be gentle with yourself. Make sure you're resting and taking care of your physical body, your mental health. All of this is really important. So we have a fox here on this card. This is coming in as a spirit animal for you. So if you've been seeing it, it's a confirmation. If you haven't seen one, you're seeing one now on your screen. We have the number 12 here as well. So this could be a number that's significant for you. Again, it's a confirmation of this message. I'm also getting 12 days for you around something. So this is not a time to push yourself. Be kind and patient with yourself and nourish yourself with loving care. Self-care is self-love. Don't ever feel guilty taking care of yourself, Taurus. So once again, this is not a time to push yourself. Be kind and patient with yourself and nourish yourself with loving care. We have an affirmation here. Feel free to write this down and use it. I am gentle and kind to myself. I am gentle and kind to myself. All right, so let's pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through. So we are getting for you the Judgment card. So we have a breakthrough, some sort of an event. I feel this energy is the unexpected messenger for you, one of the spiritual tests. And I feel whatever this test is, it's more about you receiving the information from something that is happening in your life, something that you're receiving. And I feel this has to do with a truth or an illusion that is being dissolved. So this is the Judgment card for you. It is a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it tends to be in the background. So some of you are going to feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. We have the Tower card. Oh my goodness, you're definitely going through something intense here. Now, whatever is happening here with the Tower card, don't allow it to scare you. This is actually happening for you. It is something that is necessary in order for you to evolve in your life. And what's happening is we have something else emerging here, something that's more in alignment with you. So this is a process that you're meant to go through. So they want you to surrender to it, allow yourself to flow and stay strong within your own energy. Okay, so that's the Tower. And we also have the Knight of Swords. You don't want to rush through this process, Taurus. You want to allow yourself to receive the information that's coming in really quickly. And this information is going to open you up to a new perspective or a way of seeing things. Okay, this is truth or desire energy. And it's like, you know, you're faced at a crossroads. This really does feel like a crossroads for some of you where you have to make a choice. And yeah, some of you are going to have to quickly make a choice suddenly. And others they're calling you to slow down just a little bit, to tune into what they're asking you or what's true for you and right for you. Okay, so I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition and you will also receive your own messages. And I love it when you share with me how these cards' energies resonate for you. So share with me in the comment section below, Taurus. All right, so this is really intense. You're going to go through it here, Taurus, but I don't want you to be afraid here. I'm not trying to fear-monger anyone. I'm just trying to let you know that you have the strength to withstand whatever it is that you are facing in your life. Sometimes we forget that when we're in that experience, but know that you are someone that is very capable of moving through whatever it is that you are going through, especially if it's a hardship. Okay, you've got this. So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind. But also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs, because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. All right, so yeah, there's some major intensity. I feel this is a wake-up call. It's an awakening energy, and it is very necessary in your life, Taurus. I feel that whatever this is, it is a blessing in disguise for you. Yes, when we go through something difficult, something challenging, it can be really, really hard to move through it. I've been through many experiences like this, and every time I've gone through it, yes, it sucks. And we have to feel the emotions of it. This is why we're here in this earthly realm, is to experience the emotions that we're feeling within the experiences that we are having. So allow yourself to feel into what it is that you're feeling. It is very valid, your emotions, because of the experience you're having. It's very real for you, right? It's not that I'm asking you to deny it. You're not meant to deny it. You're meant to move through it. And here, you don't want to... you want to stay connected to yourself. You don't want to float around with the rubble that is falling here with the tower. Something is coming to an end. And I feel this is something that you have called in, something that you have been battling through. I feel some of you have been battling through something, and you're going to find yourself coming out of this. There's going to be a lot more clarity here. There's going to be a lot more guidance. There's going to be a lot more feeling like you know exactly what is happening. It feels right. It just feels right for you. So yes, I feel there's a crossroads here. This is where the planet Venus is having this collision with the energy of the moon, right? So, and the Milky Way is awakening. So this is where so much is going to happen here. And it does feel like a full-on spiritual awakening for some of you. A dark night of the soul kind of an energy as well. And some of you have your guards up right now, and rightfully so. But this is where you don't want to close yourself off to the information and the guidance, the signs. They're saying heed the signs, Taurus. There's a lot of signs, so you want to slow down. You don't have to rush through this. Right, sometimes when we have a lot of intense situations happening, right, we're going through something that feels very heavy. There's a lot of emotions there. We can lose our connection with ourselves. So this is where you want to implement some sort of a practice in your daily life that keeps you grounded. I like to meditate. And in the morning, I like to have at least a good hour where it's uninterrupted and me just preparing for the day, taking the information. I have a big window in front of my computer. I usually sit there and I'm able to see nature. I see squirrels and birds, all kinds of animals outside. And for me, this is very grounding. So they want you to, Taurus, over the next little while, to implement some sort of a grounding practice for yourself, whatever that is. This will help you move through the intensity that you might be going through, okay? So... and the angels are coming in as signs for you. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of signs. And this is where you don't have to obsessively look for them. Rather, when you're grounded and you're in that space of silence, connected to yourself, disconnected from the noise of the world, you start to notice things. You start to receive the information. Clarity begins to set in, and I feel some of you are going to see things that are being repeated. I feel this has to do with subliminal messaging in some way, like something that you're seeing that keeps giving you the exact same message. And I feel this has to do with something online or something to do with the screens around you, your phone screen, your TV screen. It's like something is being repeated to you. And I feel sometimes, you know, I feel there's some sort of like an illusion, something that is false that is appearing real. And they're sharing that like there's a glass, they're showing me like a glass shattering and you seeing something through the glass shattering. Something different than what you were seeing, something that may hit really hard for you. It's something that maybe you felt for a while, but now it's being confirmed for you in some way. And it's shattering an old belief. And the shattering is the tower. This is the tower now falling away. So yes, there's a story that is unfolding for you. We've got the number 20 here, the number 10, and the number 12 coming in. So you're going to experience light activation codes. These come through as numbers, and we're receiving 12 here. We've got 20, 10, and 12. So you may be seeing these numbers. If you are, this reading is meant for you today. Okay, so we have the tower experience. Now, the tower experience for us can come in many different ways. It can be incredibly intense, or it can be something minor. I remember a tower experience in my own life, which I've shared many times, but this is one of the biggest ones for me where I have never forgotten it. I remember the experience. It was when I was in a position, this is my early 20s. I was in a job for about 7 years, and I was abruptly fired. There were some things that happened there that led to this, and but there was this like breakthrough experience, very loud, very clear. And I remember when I was fired, and it's a long story, everyone. I shouldn't have been fired, but I was, and I sat in my car for about 2-3 hours and cried it out. I went through the entire experience, cried it out, and allowed myself to feel into it. And then once I allowed myself to do that, I was able to gain clarity. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let this happen to me. Not today. I'm going to go and find a job. So I went home, cleaned myself up, changed, and looked for places that I wanted to work in. This is just something that I felt I needed to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go look for a job where I want to work. So I went there, and I didn't even call. I just went to these places, and one of them hired me on the spot. And this position was way better than the one I had, a kind of position that I was desiring and calling into my life. And I just wasn't leaving this old job, even though things weren't really good there, right? There was a lot of sabotage, these kinds of things that were happening, a lot of office politics. And I knew I had to leave, but I was afraid of the change because I had 2 daughters. I was a single mom at the time. And you know what? I found a job that day, the same day this tower moment happened to me, because I was determined to do that, right? I set an intention and I went out to accomplish it. That's how I do things. And not everyone's like that, right? So you take your time, do what feels right for you. So for me, that felt right. And I came home with a job that paid better, that was a better position, and that set my life off into a new way of living. And it was a blessing in disguise, but the old had to fall away. And for me, it happened, it was intense, right? And sometimes we go through things that are a little bit longer, they take a little bit more time. So you have to trust the process here of whatever this is. And again, it is an evolution of you, of your life's experience. And you're growing through this, you're learning, and you're going to be able to apply whatever this is as a superpower moving forward from this. And I feel whatever this is, it needs to break down. So our world right now is going through the same thing. We got a system, an old energy that is falling away. There's a new energy that is rising. This is also happening for us on an individual level somewhere in our lives. And I feel you, Taurus, are directly experiencing this energy for you in your life in some way. Like, I feel there's some of you that might be having an experience with your job, your career right now. Maybe there's a major shift that took place there. Maybe it has to do with a relationship that you have with someone, a spouse, a family member, a neighbor, or someone else. Right? This could be something that you're going through internally within yourself around a belief, some sort of a truth that was revealed for you. So yeah, it does feel like an energy that I feel it's old, it is outdated. It's not you anymore. It doesn't feel right. So this is why this is happening for you. So this is where the test is actually taking place. And I know that you have heard this from me before, but it's coming through again as a confirmation, is Shrek. Do you remember Shrek? All he wanted to do was save his swamp. That's all he wanted. So he thought he has a task to go into this tower to save this princess he doesn't even know. And he's like, all right, I'm just going to go do that, grab that princess, take her home, and I'll have my swamp. But him going into this tower set him off on a completely different journey. And I feel for some of you, you're meant to go into this tower And this energy is calling you to work from inside out, like to go in and work your way out. When we go through experiences, we're actually absorbing information of the experience we're having. And we are light beings. We're able to transmute and alchemize energy and send it out in the energy of light in our own frequency and vibration. And this is what is right now happening for you, is you are shifting this energy, showing up in it a way that you are aligned to yourself. So this is why the grounding is going to be incredibly important for you. And know that you are going to overcome whatever this is. This is how powerful you are. You are a spirit warrior, Taurus. Connect to that energy. Okay, so, and here you are moving through. This is you coming out of the dust. You know, once a tower falls, there's a pile of dust, and this is you running out of it. Clarity. And I feel this is what you needed in order to come to this place, to develop this awareness. You had to go through this process. So there's a purpose and a reason for everything here, Taurus, whatever it is that you're moving through. Maybe you're going through a high right now, and there's a lot of signs, you know, that your life is expanding right now. It's a major expansion that is happening. And, you know, how comfortable are you stepping out of your comfort zone? Maybe you've created a space that feels safe, that feels like, you know, it will do. I've settled for this now. But you've been feeling something within you, something that you have been craving, something that's been pulling you towards it. And something is coming in here. So I feel quickly something is going to happen if it already hasn't. This feels like almost like a delay, because it's divine timing in disguise. So, you know, you can't rush things. You can't control things to happen quickly. You can't control how quickly healing happens either, because I'm getting a lot of healing through these two cards here, the Judgment and the Tower. So perhaps you're wanting to heal and rush into something before you're actually meant to. And there's something that you're meant to learn through the process of this. So I feel divine timing might show up, right? Intervening in whatever's happening here. So this is something that slows you down a little bit. I don't know how this is going to happen. This could be, you know, a delay in your flight plans or some other kind of plans that you had. You know, someone says something and all of a sudden you have to go through this experience before you can enter this new experience. It feels like something is stepping in the way first before you actually move into this new energy. Even though you have the clarity, sometimes these things happen. And in my own life experience, Taurus, anytime I have elevated, this does feel like an elevation. You are on an incline right now in your life's experience. It doesn't feel like it sometimes, especially when we're faced with a lot of challenges. But here, you're definitely moving through that field where anything is possible, and you have crystal clear clarity here. This is what you are, you know, what you're receiving through this test, right? Is clarity and understanding, okay, this is my path. I have this goal. I have this vision. I have this something that you're aiming for. And this is going to be really important for you, Taurus, is to have a goal, have some sort of vision for yourself around wherever it is that you're headed at this time. So for myself, we have a home that we're in, and I feel we need a bigger place to create, because I'm feeling the expansion. I want to create a YouTube channel, a workout channel, Workout with Ria. And we are, you know, buying a home, and we're going to have a channel where you get to watch us renovate our home and build more things on the property. So there's a lot of things that we are planning. We have a goal here set, and we're moving towards it slowly. I feel it's time for you to have some sort of a goal, you know, have some sort of a clear vision of, and to immerse yourself within it. So the other thing here with the Tower is you've been here for way too long. It's time to now move into a different energy. So as you can see, we have some light in the Tower that is emerging through it. And this Tower can't hold this energy anymore. It needs something that is going to fit. And I feel what's happening for you is this energy of, you know, Venus aligning with the moon, and even with the solstice. We've got the brightest point in the sky, so there's a lot of clarity coming in with more light, right? There's illusions that are dissolving right now. So this is where the Knight of Swords is going to play in, is with the way that you express yourself, the way you communicate, the way that you take action, courage behind your words, courage at the crossroads. not being afraid. This is you breaking away from fear even. Maybe fear kept you in this tower, and all of a sudden the Judgment card comes in as a wake-up call around, okay, this is, you don't have to be here anymore. You can now move and try something different, try something new. So there's definitely an ending to something coming in your life, and they don't want you to be afraid. They want you to trust and immerse yourself in that experience. So when we moved into this house, I've been sharing this story with everyone. I feel it's really important, especially tied to the alignment that we're going through right now, is before we bought this home, before we moved into this house that I'm in, we were living in an apartment. There were 6 of us living together. And it was a 3-bedroom apartment. That's what we could afford at the time. And now we had felt, I felt the call to expand. So I said to the family, let's find something bigger. We need it. I don't know why, but I feel like we're expanding. I was feeling very creative. So then we moved into this house. And in here, this is where Sacred Knowledge Tarot gave birth. It was in this house. I had no idea when I moved here. Once we immersed ourselves in this home, everything started to unfold and do its thing and bloom. The blooming started happening. So I feel there's a blooming happening in your life in some way as you are immersing yourself into something new, into this new experience that is coming, and even you moving through this test. You don't know until you move through it. And you're going to come out with flying colors. This card claims victory. You're going to claim victory somewhere in your life here, Taurus. So know that and own that. And we've got a black horse also coming in as a spirit animal that is going to be guiding you along with the fox. And I feel shadows, energies of darkness may surface, and there may be fear present, but fear doesn't have to have the driver's seat in your life. Fear doesn't have to be the authority here. You can put that in the driver's seat and allow yourself to take the wheel. Okay, fear, you can feel it all day long, but know that it's there, but it doesn't have to override your decisions and your actions, right? So let's pull a shadow card now. Spirit called me to use a shadow card. So this might be surfacing something that you might be dealing with, but no, again, it's just a confirmation. We're getting a reactive shadow. Are you feeling reactive, or is there someone else reacting to you? Stay grounded in your own energy and frequency here. Now, some of you might be resonating with the image of this card. Someone who is reacting, anger, I'm getting frustration. So this shadow is quick to emotionally react to situations. It overreacts and it doesn't take criticism well. Any of you experiencing this shadow? So learn to sit back and observe. All right, Taurus, not everything needs a reaction. And the truth always comes to light. So this is what's happening for some of you. Maybe this shadow is running rampant here in this spread in your energy somewhere. So once again, learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction, and the truth comes to light always. All right. And I'm going to pull an Angels and Ancestors Oracle card. So because we have the Milky Way very clear in the sky, we have some higher knowledge coming in through our angels and ancestors. So let's see what it is that's coming through for you today. Make sure you're gentle on yourself. There's a lot of energies that you're working through, so make sure you're taking care of yourself through it all. Seer, look at this, the energy of the seer. We've got a crystal ball. I've got one right there on my shelf. So there's premonitions. There's a lot that you're receiving right now. See beyond the current situation. There's more beyond the current situation here. So look at that. So the seer. Here she is, the seer. Oh my goodness. All right, so look beyond your current situation, Taurus. Raise your vibration and focus on love. Love is going to be the key here. Love for yourself. Okay, so most indigenous peoples have a seer in the family or tribe. Seers are the intelligent and intuitive beings who serve as direct channels for information on what's occurring now and what's about to unfold. Their energy isn't about predicting your future for you, but about showing you how your intentions are creating it. A true seer will help you see that your intentions can change. Therefore, so can your future. The message of this card is to let the clairvoyant within you rise up so that you can see the way forward yourself with your spiritual eyes. So this is a time for you to rise up, not to repeat an old cycle. Clairvoyance isn't just about predicting the future. It's about being able to see clearly enough to create your best future. You are being encouraged by your ancestral guides and angels to see beyond what you think is happening now. Don't allow your ego or doubts to play games with you. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck or lost, know you're in an energetic holding space while the universe recollaborates a path that is more favorable for you. Oh my goodness, and I feel this is the energy of the Tower. Okay, so angels of light are upgrading your energy so your experience can be more enjoyable. You are moving towards something extremely uplifting and enlightening. So stay calm and keep your eyes on the prize. So powerful for you. So the energy of the seer coming through. So we're going to now close off with an angel number. So some of you are already seeing this angel number. This is an angel number that is going to be guiding you through this energy. So carry it with you, okay? 6767 body temple. Your body is always communicating to you, Taurus, so make sure that you're taking care of your body and listening to what it's saying to you, your body temple. So take care of yourself. Your mind, body, and spirit need to stay in alignment and in balance, and you're the only one that can do that through your effort and your actions of self-love. Okay, so this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. All right, so those of you that have made it this far in my video today, thank you so much for your love and support. Your presence here means so much to me. Now, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a secondary channel, Sacred Knowledge Living, where myself, my husband Paul, his brother Tom, and Tom's wife Katomi bring you more content. Katomi also brings us the Magic Intention candle, so she has a lot of behind the scenes there. We have meditations and podcasts. Now, I also wanted you to check out my website, www.sacredknowledgetarot.com. I have a lot of offerings there as well, which include my 14-day Mindset Challenge ebook and the 60-day Soul Commitment Challenge that myself and my husband Paul put together for all of you. So make sure you go check that out. Now, I also wanted you to check out some of these videos, especially if you enjoyed the video that you just watched. So enjoy, and until the next time.